I look for tellable stories that are physically tellable, and from a plot point of view, that which is at least pliable.
Yo, thank you for pressing play on the second TLP podcast with myself. Seriously, I want to say thank you to everybody who checked out the first and gave some good feedback. It has me eager to continue this, and I hope it'll get better, So kind of the goal here. But thank you, seriously, man. I appreciate it. Over the past weekend, I was actually in the Midwest. Went out to Chicago to hang out for a bit, and then drove over to Iowa, fucking Iowa City, to see Midwest Meltdown, which was a metal festival that a few of my friends got to play. My homie Andy and Jamie got to open it up, and Knaves, and that was cool getting to see them. These guys sound pretty cool. They're like a punkier, I would say Misery Signals if you're into metal and shit, And then I got to see my homies John, Casper, and Justin kill it as co-headliners in Dead to Fall. And that was just amazing, man, because dudes went up there to just have some fucking fun and bring the ruckus, yo. And they did, yo. That shit was fucking just amazing, man. It was just really good to see my friends continuing their paths with music, and that style of creation. It's been on my mind lately that, I've seen a lot of my close friends from the city actually lose touch with that form of expression. I know some really incredible musicians, and just life ended up just taking over responsibility, and they lost touch with that. But speaking to my friends from the Midwest, especially a specific conversation I had, it made me realize that they still kind of need that effortless expression, I guess, and expression with no expectation, like just a form of release. And I think that's why, I ultimately got into stand-up comedy too, even though I do want to be good, and I expect to be good, but it is another form of just like pure expression without any set expectations on the outcome. I actually used to be in a band myself. I used to be a singer in a thrash hardcore band, and that was always fucking dope to just get on stage and wild out, have people moshing and stuff. As soon as you get that taken away from your life and you end up having to face like real world responsibilities, it becomes overbearing sometimes. You still feel like you need a release. And getting to see my friends do that in the Midwest to such a big crowd too, like the place was definitely over capacity. It was like it should have been held at 500, but I want to say there was like maybe 650 in there, maybe 700, and it was just fucking cool, man, seeing them just rock out, and them being older than me, a couple of the dudes in the bands are close to their 40s, but still doing it and having fun when they can. If you're somebody who's had some form of artistic expression before, I'm pretty sure you know what I'm speaking about. And if not, then you probably are feeling the strains of just everyday life because you don't have a form of that release. And some people with these really good talents, man, like they put them away so quickly. When I see people that could probably make it a profession, and live off of this if they just stuck with it. It's just that this life in the structure does beat you down. You get caught up in a random job, maybe working at a fucking cubicle. You give your youth to a company and then you get shitted on. And that is not cool, man. You got to go out there and do something for yourself. If anything I could tell people that do have these talents is go and try it, man, and see what could come of it, Give it one more shot. Don't do it right now. Do it after you listen to this podcast. But I want you to go and do it. A lot of us get these dreams that we've had beaten out of us by the system and the structure and everyday living. And we got to go for them because this life really is just short, man. It's way too short. We're only here for the briefest of moments in time in the cosmos. And we spend it doing most of the things we really don't even like. So we got to definitely just get up and go for it. Shit, what are you going to lose? You're going to die anyway. And there's tons of quotes I could spit at you, but you guys know what I'm talking about, man. You just got to go get that shit. And I guess I'm bringing this all up because it all kind of correlates to one another for the next conversation you're about to hear. which is actually with Shodome. Shodo is actor and model, born in the Midwest himself in Detroit. Himself, like I, both got started on pursuing these long, fucking tucked away dreams later in life. When we were about 20, well, I was like 28 and he was like 32. And you'll kind of hear how we went about these things and how it took place in our lives at the time. I think it's a really good conversation to try to get people motivated. It is also very goofy. So you'll hear a lot of goofy shit and some fetishizing, if you know what that is. We actually went into that about how people fetishize women, especially Asian women. And we could do that, and you'll find out why in this conversation. So yeah, thanks for returning, and I hope you enjoyed this conversation with Shodome. So what's good, man? What you been up to?
Oh man,
How's life treating you?
I've been good. You know, I just got back from Michigan.
Nice. Went back home?
Yeah, I went to visit my daughter and spend time with her. And it's always you need to recharge on your batteries from
That does
the
it for
city.
you, right? Like
Yeah.
just seeing her.
Yeah, you gotta. That's my heart. That's my whole ambition and my motivation to do what I do. And
How old is she now?
She's 9.
9. Wow, that's a big girl.
Yeah. She's 9 in the 4th grade, and she made me proud because she made it on the honor roll, and she stepped up her game on the reading because she was slacking a little bit on that, but then she stepped up and.
She's bringing you words that you don't get now, like.
Oh yeah, all the time, man. It's so crazy, is because like, she's growing up so fast. Like I said, she only 9, but I'll do some crazy shit, and she'll just be like, "Dad, well, you're like a fucking teen." Well, she don't say fucking, but you're like a teenager. Stop.
She's way more mature.
Yeah, she's like more mature than me. I'm like, well, you're gonna have to just deal with that because your dad is a grown-up kid for life.
That's a good way to be, though, man.
Yeah.
That's good, though. That is a recharge, right? Like going back home and shit.
Oh yeah.
You've been
most
away from. How long you been in New York now? Actually, it's been like 3 years.
This April will be 3 years. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Was it hard actually transitioning from Midwest Detroit to out here, or do you feel like Detroit had you set up for the grind out here?
Yeah. That whole type of lifestyle had set me up for anything that was New York was gonna, shit on me with.
Yeah.
So yeah. I mean, it wasn't really a hard transition. It was I had a vision, man. So nothing else could really, stray me away from that path.
You came out here to follow like your pursuits in acting and whatnot, right?
Yeah, my acting and modeling.
Yeah, that's how we actually kind of met.
Right.
Was like before you got out here, did you actually like have you acted in things or yet, or were you like, yo, I'm gonna go there to act?
No, man. What kind of was the jump off is I started YouTube. Well, I actually met this girl in Detroit. We started kicking it, and she has a YouTube channel teaching language learning. And she would tell me, she's like, "You're funny. You should make a YouTube channel."
Nice.
I'm like, what the fuck am I talking about? What am I gonna do? She's like, you should make A&BW videos. And I'm like, A&BW? What is that?
That's the Asian men, black women thing, right?
Asian men, black women. Yeah.
Yeah.
I never knew.
Is that a thing? Like the sisters
Yeah.
into
Oh,
the Far East brothers?
Yo, I never knew. I never knew nothing about this 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And I thought I was just like the only Asian dude that really, dig black females. And
But it's actually like a community. Like it's kind of common, right?
Yeah, there's a big community. It's all over, not just in the United States. I mean, there's a lot of A&BW members in in Europe.
Oh wow!
Africa,
Nice.
Australia.
You actually did
Germany.
an event with them not too long ago, right? I think.
In Atlanta, Georgia, for the annual Korean festival.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they had me come out, and little did I know that I had fans from my YouTube down there, and yeah, it was a great experience, man. I had about 200 fans come out, and it's one thing to see, people hit the like button or comment on social media, but then when you see them face to face,
like in person, right?
in
Like
person,
somebody that appreciates your work.
oh man,
It's kind of bizarre, right?
it's a weird feeling.
It's a great feeling, but it is like
It's a humbling feeling.
Yeah.
It's a humbling experience. Definitely, it was. Because just the reaction and the emotions that people showed, just how I made them feel through videos or through
yeah.
media or whatever.
You
So
do
yeah,
have like from the stuff I've seen and like just knowing you for as long as I have, you do have a good. You help me sometimes be motivated when I'm like, damn man, I feel like quitting comedy. I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. Like it helps. So I'm sure a lot of people find that, it's all this work that you put out, somebody's gonna pick up on it. It's like
yeah. I mean, I feel like everybody needs to be motivated. I needed to be motivated. I need something to motivate me to start pursuing, the acting modeling.
yeah.
And I feel like the world has so much negative shit always around and shitting on you, and we believe that like, oh, this is, is this what all that life's got for us? And it's really not, man. When we're laying at night, sleeping, dreaming, we're dreaming about these things that we want, extravagant things, whatever. You know what I mean? We're really visualizing our future.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as people realize that, then it makes it real. And then it makes you actually want to work for something because you see what you are supposed to be doing. If you really look at it like that, you look at your dreams and what you want, that's really what you should be doing. You know what I mean?
It's like I think it's just I agree with you on that. Like it's hard for people, I think, when they're like, even myself, when you're in the structure of like everyday normal society. Like, yeah, get up, work a 9 to 5. You need survival tickets because that's what money is.
Right.
We can't hunt in the city. We
Right.
you hunting pigeons, fucking. So you got to make that money, and it's like it keeps you down these certain paths that you get stuck. So it's like sometimes it's just hard for people to like work out of that, and like that's actually what scared me a lot and got me to go like, yo, I gotta pursue something else because I hated the normal structure of like. I've worked 2 jobs at a time. I've been, I still am, but it's like, I see it and I see like how it takes people's youth, and then sometimes it doesn't give them anything in return. Like,
Exactly.
especially like big time jobs, corporations, this shit, they'll just throw you out when you're like 50.
Right.
And, you got a couple more years till you retire, and now you got to look for another gig to start up for another 25 years or some shit. It's fucking insane. Like, so it's always best to like. I saw a good quote, but I don't know who it was from, that says some shit like, you're going to fail, right? So might as well fail while doing something you love. Or some shit like that. I may be fucking that quote up, but it was like, pursue something you love. So if you fail, fuck it. It was something you loved. Like, instead of... So to me, it's just the idea of like how people, there's no loyalty in like the work structure, society, corporations and shit.
Oh, man. Failure is just lessons, man.
Mm-hmm.
You have to fail to succeed. It's just part of the program. You gotta fail, man. You gotta learn from your failures.
I'm learning that like stand up is showing me that a lot, cause like you gotta take a bomb every now and then, cause like
right.
if you don't fail at a certain level of a crowd, that means that you're not willing to risk these jokes at that level. Sometimes you gotta like you try a new bit in front of people and shit. And like you're like, how are they gonna get it? And sometimes you just bomb, and it makes you go, all right, this didn't work. Next time, this is how I'm gonna have to hit them. But it sucks when you're bombing in comedy or life. You know what I mean?
Of course,
like when
of course.
you're in the pits, you're like, yo, fuck this. But you gotta go through that to get rid of, as my friend Jerron has said, to wash away the whackness. Like,
Exactly.
Like
I
you're
mean,
actually my bad, but yeah, you're actually doing really good right now with your like comedy pursuits with Batsu, right?
Yeah. I host a show in the East Village called Batsu. Basically, it's improv comedy, mixed
Like-
with Jackass. Basically,
Yeah.
it's like
It's a Japanese game show, right?
yeah, it's like it's a Japanese game show. In New York, we're the only one like it, so that's weird. There's always two of something.
Yeah.
in
You
New
know
York.
what it is? I feel like if people heard this, it wouldn't be a sell because it like even when you brought it up to me, I didn't get it at first. But then
Yeah.
I actually went down to check it out, and that shit like really impressed me. I was impressed with the whole structure of it. Like the whole setup was fucking great, and it was mad funny. Like, and just the way the interacting with the audience, and I thought that was great from you. You have like you're good with like on the spot improv and kind of like bringing people into it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, most of it is I feed off others' energy, you know. The show is really crazy. I mean, it has so many aspects to it. You know, you get the comedy, the witty comedy, people getting hurt.
Yeah,
You know,
everybody loves to see somebody get hurt.
Yeah,
man.
everybody loves to see somebody
That
get hurt.
slapstick humor.
I started this. I started hosting about a year ago, and at that time they were doing 3 shows a week. Tickets were like $35. I've been there for a year now, and we're up to 6 shows a week.
Wow,
And tickets are like $50 now.
wow, and it's selling out.
Yeah, it's selling out even on Tuesdays now. So it's,
Wow, so
Yeah.
the place is great too. Not for nothing. I even like the spot it's in because that food is banging.
yeah, they
Like-
got some good food, man.
Yeah, where is that actually at?
It's on 15 St. Mark's Place.
Yeah,
between
that's a-
2nd and 3rd Avenue.
That's a sick ass like date spot. Like, I took a girl there once. I banged her over her head with it. Like,
Yeah,
yo,
yeah.
check this out, yo. I know the host. Yeah. Do that, host. I had to text you like, yo, I'm coming. Like that's always the
Yeah, I'm
the
glad you had a
pregame.
good time, man.
Yeah, no, it was great, man. Like she was like mad impressed too. I was like, yo, you're gonna like it. Like, yeah, and she was just like, it made me look good. It was a good look. That's how you gotta set up your friends there with the good
Yeah.
looks, yo. So like, anything else you've been working on?
Right now, I'm more working on personal projects.
Yeah, you doing like a lot of sketches and whatnot, right?
Yeah. I write and do my own sketches, film my own sketches. I'm working with a talented guy named Sean Newman, and we're doing this comedy music video.
Nice.
It's going to be about stereotypes.
Oh, which
So,
stereotypes are true.
Yeah. So,
It's just you can't hold them against everybody, but types are real.
yeah, and everybody is familiar with stereotypes. Everybody uses stereotypes.
Yeah.
So it's just like I always try to touch on something that, it don't matter what walk of life you're from, what color you are, what race you are, you can relate to this because you're a human.
Yeah. You know what's my favorite stereotype to see, and you see it a lot. You ever been like a donut shop, like Dunkin' Donuts,
Yeah.
and then you just see a cop in there, you're like, this fucking pig.
Yeah.
You instantly like,
Why
cop,
is that?
Cop
Why-
getting donuts, huh?
Why is that like their main food of
Especially if
choice?
they're like a chunky dude, like this motherfucker getting donuts, huh? On the clock.
And they all are fat. Like most of them are fat. I thought like cops are supposed to be well trained,
Dude, only for the academy.
muscular. You know what I mean? Because they gotta fight crime. They gotta fight different criminals and whatever types of shit.
America's out of weight though.
Yo.
Like, even the criminals out of weight now.
I remember one time I came up here in Harlem and see this cop. He was about to arrest this guy, and this kid took off running with his hands behind his back, still, cuffed, and he like bolted so fast that cop could not even catch him. He couldn't even come close.
Yeah.
It was like,
I wonder how he got those cuffs off though. He's probably still cuffed up. That's how he's living his life.
I remember his girl was like still. His girl was still there. She's like, run.
Yeah. He had the cuffs on.
Yeah, he had the cuffs on.
Damn. I wonder if they took him off though. He gotta wear them as like bracelets now. He's just got cuffs on.
He probably found somebody to.
Yeah, there's
knock
gotta
the
be a
fuckers
way to
out.
do that shit. You fucking drill or something. But that shit is funny. Fucking how you actually like settling into New York City and shit? Like,
I'm not.
are you used to it yet?
Yeah, I'm used to it. I feel like through my journey, I don't need to be comfortable. So,
Yeah.
New York is not really a comfortable place unless you're a millionaire.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Even if you're making 100,000 a year, you're still gonna, you know,
Have an apartment and shit. Maybe
Yeah.
own a condo,
yeah.
a little house.
So yeah, I stay uncomfortable, but you know what? Uncomfort is what actually pushed me to get to this point.
Yeah,
So I think that's very important. I don't have no time to hang out or go party or go see New York. I want to go see go party at the different clubs. I ain't got no time for that, man. I think that time will come when I are closer to my goal.
yeah.
So
Then
I
you'll
only-
buy some free time.
Yeah, I only came to New York to pursue a dream. It's not. I didn't come here for happiness or to have a great
To party.
to party or to have fun.
A lot of people come here for that fucking. They just like, you know what I notice a lot? People when they come to New York, they got like a wrong idea of the New York attitude. They think like coming to New York allows you to be an asshole, but that was never really what the New York attitude to me was about. At least like I thought the New York attitude was always about being on guard, like very guarded of everything. Like, yo, what's going on? Like just always aware, like hyper aware, and keeping it real about shit. Like
Yeah, being street smart.
yeah, that was what was usually like the whole like idea behind like New York City, from what I could see. But I feel like it just changed completely with like everybody moving in here and shit. Like I feel like you're lucky because you're more of a hood ass dude anyway. So like you're not like the other Midwesterners coming in here bumping up the rent.
Yeah.
Like they come here thinking it's fucking they're Sarah Jessica Parker and shit and like the fake ass New York shit. It is just weird to me.
Yeah, there's a lot of fake people, especially in this industry.
And the entertainment thing?
In the entertainment industry, bro. It is.
It is at this level. I wonder how it is going up the level,
It's so crazy. It's because it's like, I had to come acquired to this. Like, you're pursuing your acting. You're around a lot of different actors, a lot of different entertainers, and we're all friends, right? But it's a weird type of friendship. It's not like the friendship that I was used to, or normal people, small town people, or anywhere that are used to. Like, it's so hard to break off in this industry, and nobody becomes an actor to be a side character or just to do commercials. Everybody wants to be that main character,
Yeah.
the headliner of that big budget movie. So it's hard, man. It's really hard. So you go to your friends if you book a commercial or whatnot. You book a gig, and you're like, "Hey, man, I booked this gig," but they're like, been working hard for like the last 6 months and haven't booked shit.
It's like kind of like
Then
they
they're-
congratulatory, but also like, damn, why didn't I get it?
Envious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that is in all entertainment because I feel like
It's cutthroat, man.
it is cutthroat.
It's very
That's
cutthroat.
because there's so many slots,
and
There's
it's
so many
money.
spots you could do for things. Yeah,
Just think about the dope game. Everybody want to take out the top guy.
Yeah,
They
everybody
want to
wants
take his
be the
spot.
top guy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, it don't matter if it's your brother or your family member. It don't matter. They'll take you out, man, because it's millions, man.
Yeah, it's all about that fucking paper, I guess.
And then for some people, it's about that fame. They just want to be famous.
Do you want to be famous?
I don't give a fuck about fame, bro.
It's not about that, right?
No, it's about the main thing. It's about is because I love to do it. I
Yeah.
love to perform. I love to get bring out emotion from people. You know what I mean? And the second thing is I gotta make a life for my daughter. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So
So it's more of a real approach. Like I won't lie. Fame sounds interesting because it is power, and it's like, but the idea of wielding the power the way a lot of people do, that's not what gets me interested. It's like I'd rather be more like I just want to be more humbled in a community and like actually help motherfuckers.
exactly.
Like shit, if I was paid, bro, like I would love to like do projects for people, like, and that's not what I want to be known about, but that's what I do ultimately want to do. And it's like I feel like fame, especially in America, that shit gives you right now. Look at why Donald Trump is president. It's not because he's a smart man. It's not because he's a fucking It's because he's a fucking
He's
reality
famous.
star. He's famous.
Yeah.
You know, nobody listened to his policies and was like, yeah, that's amazing. Nah, he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. But that power wielded correctly, that's like you could do some real good for people. You know.
Exactly. Yeah. And you know what? Like, if most people understood that, when you're going for something great and you want greatness, it's not about you no more. If you're gonna live a life that 98% of the population will never be able to see, then that is your responsibility to do for your community.
Yeah.
Because you are at that position to be able to help your community.
Yeah.
And if you don't and you just keep it to yourself, we'll see how long that lasts.
It's that responsibility with power. You know.
Yeah, exactly. And that's I think it's mandatory.
There's
It's
a lot of
mandatory.
people doing, especially like there's a lot of rich motherfuckers doing like positive shit these days, like Elon Musk, like Warren Buffett. He's about to try to like give people good health care, like these really super rich dudes. But there's also a lot of super rich assholes,
Yeah.
Like, dude, if the billionaires that rather spend money on making people have a harder life than a better one. That's so weird to me.
Yeah.
It's like, to me, that's evil. That's like, I don't believe in like the devil with the horns, but I do believe in that fucking evil type of shit. Like, why
Yeah.
wouldn't you help motherfuckers? That's got to be the ultimate like good feeling too,
It is like, and I was homeless for 2 years. Like, for 2 years, the first 2 years I was here in New York, I was homeless, man. So, like, when you see other people, like, help you, when you see other people help you, it's a good feeling. And when you help somebody else, it's like you get that feeling from when somebody else help you, and it's like, man, this is what life is about,
Yeah.
Especially when you're helping people that really truly appreciate it.
Yeah.
When you help somebody that just like, oh, thanks, you know what I mean? We go on to the next person. I'm gonna see what I can get from him. Now I'm gonna see what I can get from her.
Yeah, the leeches. There's
Yeah,
a difference
yeah.
between people that need help.
But when somebody like, you just give them a little bit of food or something, and they're so appreciative of it. It makes, man, we're humans, man. This is the type of feelings we're supposed to be feeling.
Yeah,
And a lot of
that's
people
like-
block it out,
Yeah, because it's. I go back to being in America. It's like it's based on being cutthroat. You got to be a shark, like to get ahead, be a shark. And I mean that's like human shit too. That's like in evolutionary terms, like it's competition. The strongest survive and all that shit.
That's how
But,
this
like,
country was built.
Yeah, but like right now we're like at a different time where we know we can just help everybody if we wanted to. Like you could see it. Like there's enough resources if you wanted to. There's enough time. There's enough fake money. Like
Yeah, I don't know why people don't, that people are in positions to be able to help people, why they don't. I maybe came to some conclusions. Maybe it's just like they see so much of the bad people that are trying to get a handout that they're just like, everybody's like that. They start generalizing.
very jaded.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem too. The generalization, which is easy to do, and I think it's
Very
just
easy.
like, I think it's people just don't. It's also the competition thing, feeling like, oh, I'm helping somebody else get to my spot. Like, are they gonna take my spot? Like, I think it's that want to always be above people kind of thing, instead of working side by side. It's like, oh, I want to be the leader, and like, I think everybody got that. It's like kind of a part of ego and shit,
Yeah.
Like that makes you want to be like, oh, I want to be the man. I think that's, especially us, we kind of like that too, because we want to be in entertainment. So it's a different form of that. Like we want to wield that power if we could get it differently, but we still want to be the man because we're trying to step in front of the camera or this mic or in front of audiences to be that dude to make everybody laugh or to feel things. So we got it too in a sense, but it's just how you always turn that use of that fucking ego. It's like, I think that's like everybody has it, but it's about taking control of it in some sense. But I don't know. I guess when you're super rich, that shit is just different. Motherfuckers are like, oh, let me spread caviar on these crackers while while kids are starving. Like,
I think they get too comfortable, or they get too used to that lifestyle. And I've already told myself, is like, when I get at that pedestal, I want to build this like cabin that is totally rustic, no running water, no
real ancient
outhouse.
Yeah.
You gotta go pump your water from the well on the old pumps.
You're gonna wear just a fucking
Gotta light them
a
lanterns.
lambskin.
Yeah. I want to have that. So because I don't know, we can always say like, oh, we kind of have a gist of what that life is gonna be like, but none of us know what that life is like unless you live it. You know what I mean?
That's another thing too.
How it affects you.
It's gotta be some type of scary to be at the head of a corporation or something that has like, thousands of employees and like everybody. Like that's a crazy amount of power, Like that's something that I never had. I've never been above anybody like that,
Yeah. And what does that do to your mind? You start believing in that, like you are above people?
Yeah.
I don't ever want to get like that, because I know I'm as equal as everybody else in this world.
That's totally true. But there is this is a battle that I'm having, right? Is that sometimes some people, like this is sci-fi writer named Isaac Asimov, and he said a quote that I really liked, right? And he said, "Your ignorance is not equivalent to my intelligence." And in a democracy, we all have a say, So it's like, sometimes you do have to lead people, because sometimes people don't know what's the best thing for them, which is kind of weird, So it's kind of battling. It's battling that whole. It's finding a balance within each of these structures,
I think we all need to be leaded.
Yeah.
We all need to be leaded. I mean, how I became a better actor is because I had to learn. I had to get have this
direction and like
lead me to that direction. You know what I mean? So I feel like we all need to be leaded at certain times.
Yeah, I think there's a balance there. Sometimes you do need somebody to show you a different way, because you do get caught up in it all.
Definitely.
Sometimes you get stuck in like we said before, you get stuck in a rut maybe or something, and then like you need somebody to go, yo, have you thought about this? Maybe this will help you out. Like,
exactly.
It's
exactly.
like it's that small, or it could be that big. If you're running a company, like, yeah, we need to do this to make more money or something. Like, it's just, I guess it's always a balance and just being empathetic towards everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're empathetic and you care about everybody, like I feel like you just have a better life ultimately.
Of course. And, I hear a lot of people say, generally nice people, and they'll, well, I'm nice to this person, but he did this wrong to me, and then I'm nice to that person that got down on me. What's the point of being a nice person? And you know what? I don't know. I don't really have no answer for that.
Yeah.
But all I can say is you just have to read people. You have to learn from your mistakes. If this person did you wrong, then you kind of recognize them signs that they showed. That personality that they showed, and kind of like when you sense that personality again with somebody else, it kind of
to steer clear.
Yeah, it gives you off a radar or a alarm. Like, oh, okay.
It's hard to steer, like, not steer clear, but like, so is it like kind of like when you come across things like that, which happens to everybody, you're like, oh man, I can't get in this, like, maybe it's a relationship or something you realize that was toxic, and one female or male, whoever you're dating, you stay away from it, but like, is it sometimes do you gotta approach that? Like, do you gotta like try to make, if it's somebody you come across, do you ever like, how do you like handle that moment? Do you have to tell them like, yo, is that the moment where you go like, yo, maybe I should be honest here to help somebody fix themselves, or to give them another insight, like, or do you just be a yes man, like, yeah, I'm good, and then just disappear? That's like a challenge to me,
Well, it depends on how that person approaches you.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? How they react to certain questions that you could ask them.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like giving them a test, but only you know about this test.
Yeah.
You know, and if they answer wrong, then it's like, oh,
Yeah, we out of here. You got
out of here.
No checks on any of
Peace.
these. Peace.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that comes with age too. When you start realizing that your checklist means something, and you're like, all right, if you don't got this, peace. I can deal with this. I can't deal with this, and you're just like, all right, I can't be around this no more.
Yeah, with maturity and age, you're able to read people.
Do you
better.
feel like you're how old are you now? Actually, you're like what, 31?
I'm 35.
Oh, you 35?
Yeah.
Damn, you old nigga. Nah.
Yeah. I'm getting there, man.
You 40.
Damn near.
Yeah.
I'm about to be 36 this year, so.
Wow, I thought you were like 33, dog.
Yeah.
I could have sworn I knew that.
Well, that ain't too far behind, but you know.
Yeah, shit. So, like, how do you feel at that age, like, with your pursuits and stuff? Are you...
I don't think about it. You know, 4 years ago, I would always think about, like, oh, man, you know, I'm 31 years old. How could I even start pursuing acting and modeling? Like, I'm too old. But I stopped thinking about that, not caring about that at all. It wasn't even in my mind frame. So that don't affect me at all.
Yeah,
Like,
it kind of scares me.
You know,
I'll tell you why, though. You want to know why?
Why?
Because I think about my health. Being, like, a fucking diabetic, I'm like, yo, I got, like, 10 years to do a comedy special. Like, yeah. I'm like, yo, because...
yeah, you're in a different situation as me, but, you know, with diabetes, as long as you take care of it,
yeah,
you can live forever. My dad, he has diabetes and he has to take the insulin 3 times a day.
Yeah.
You know, and he's what, 65?
He's still rocking?
Still rocking.
You gotta lend me some needles.
Yeah.
It's just expensive.
Well, did you see them ones that you can do it right on your phone? There's an app for it.
There's an app now?
There's an app to
There's
read
a
your
fucking
blood sugar.
app? No way.
Yeah.
I gotta get that app.
You plug it into the headphone port, and then you put your blood right on that
Siri,
little thing.
Siri, how much insulin do I need to take? Siri, is this cake gonna spike my sugar up?
Yeah, that's the next. That's the
next level right there.
That's the next
Shit,
level.
I gotta look into that. They are working on some amazing shit right now.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, man. You Asian though, so you're gonna live to like 150.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be
drink green tea or some shit like that.
I'm gonna be looking 35 till I'm like 50, but when I hit 51, I'm gonna look like I'm 60.
That's the course.
Yeah,
that's how it goes, right?
That's the Mr. Miyagi disease.
Are you actually close to like your Korean heritage at all? Nah, right?
Not at all. You know what?
You're an American, bro.
Yeah, I'm straight American.
Yeah.
You know, but I did have a black girl. She taught me some Korean.
Oh, you learned it from a black girl.
Yeah, I learned it from a black girl.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Because like I said, the AMBW, man, there's so many women out there that is just so. And you know, it's so crazy. It's like back when I was 12, my teenager years, Asian men were never considered attractive in any way. We were at the bottom of the totem pole.
Totem pole.
Yeah.
We're gonna call it totem pole.
Totem
Sounds
pole.
better.
But now we live in a day and age that there's groups of people that idolize Asian men. You know? And it's just crazy now, So I think people ask, don't you wish you would have started acting, when you're teens or your 20s, and you know what? Before I was like, yeah, I really wish I would have. But now I know that everything happens for a reason, and now is my time because there's this Asian wave going on. You know what I mean? And like with the K-pop and the K-drama, J-rap, all that shit. Like it is getting over to the States and it's creating fan bases. And now these women just love, don't matter if you can sing, rap, or do K-dramas, they just love you because you're Asian.
You got the
the
Far East swag.
Yeah. So like us Asians out there, we're gonna win by default.
I like Asian culture is cool. Like philosophy. I think a lot of like Eastern philosophy in general.
Right.
Like motherfuckers like Lao Tzu, Sun Tzu,
So
fucking
you know more than me.
like Hinduism and shit like that. All that they had, like, when you really read into it, they sound like they were just more like structured around the natural world. It's like they were like, you know, they had a hold of what we were just discussing, like the ego, and like for a long time, you know, motherfuckers questioned that, which I thought was cool. Like, but there's a weird thing, like, have you had like a lot of like dudes like Asian women because they're like kind of like
Submissive.
yeah, and there's this like word called fetishizing,
Yeah.
which is like you know, guys who like them just because they're submissive and shit. But like, I think that's kind of bullshit. I just like Asian girls because they're kind of hot.
You know, this crazy thing is
They're fucking hot.
I was born in Seoul, South Korea, and I have never dated an Asian woman.
Not at all, right?
Out of my 35 years, I've tried.
Yeah.
I've hollered at a few Asian women. They wasn't having it though. They was not having it.
Nah, why? Do you feel like that's because you're so American?
You know what? I've thought about it, and I've came to like 3 conclusions. One is, yeah, maybe I'm too Americanized.
Yeah.
2, I've heard, now I don't know if this is true or not, but I've heard that Asian parents, if they send their kids over to America, they kind of brainwash them and saying like, you know, this is a white man's world. You need to be with a white man.
Well, you see that a lot. A lot of Asian women love white dudes.
Yeah, of course. So, I actually, somebody had told me about that, and I was very clueless to that, and it kind of makes sense, you know, because they look at me, I bet you the Asian parents are like, okay, in America, white man rules the world, so you want to get with a white man, do not get with a black man or Spanish man or any type of other ethnic, because they are considered in America bottom of the totem pole. White people are the top.
Yeah.
Right?
Dude, Asian girls don't even look at Latino men.
I've never seen an Asian woman with a Spanish dude. Ever.
I've been lucky enough, but they were so Americanized, so I don't feel like it counts. Like, but I've been lucky enough
I can't even get the Americanized Asian women.
I've been lucky enough to fuck around with 2 Asian girls, one Chinese, one Japanese, but that shit never happened again. Like,
it's 2 more than me, Mario.
Yeah, that's a little weird, man. They were fun too, though. Keep it 100.
Yeah.
Shasha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of fucked up, but like I visualize an Asian woman. When I do, if I ever get to experience an Asian woman, the one thing that always sticks out in my mind is like her fuck face.
that
like
animation.
Yeah, like the noise.
We're fetishizing right now.
Yeah,
but,
we're fetishizing. Yeah,
it's true though. But
is it okay for me though? Cause I'm Asian.
Yeah, you're good. I'm just
right.
just cause you're here, I'm doing it. I feel like, you know, I'm bouncing off you right now. Like,
Asian ladies, holla at me, shoot on me. You can follow me on Instagram, SHO_DO_ME.
Nobody's gonna hear this.
Follow me on Facebook, shoot on me, SHODOME.
Asian girls don't want to listen to
Asian
a
girls, holla at
Latinos.
me.
Asian girls don't want to listen to a Latinos podcast.
Well, you never know.
Yeah, I hope so.
Know.
Holla at me too.
Yeah.
You go get some dumplings. Sorry. I actually been looking at. I do want to go visit. Like, I was trying to plan that trip this year, going to visit like Asia and shit, flying to Japan, maybe even China. I saw this sick ass hike in China. Like, I'm a big dude, but I kind of do like hiking. I'll just take mad long to go on the trail.
And the scenery would be.
Yeah, it's insane,
dope.
dude. You need like harnesses because you got to hook on because you got to be on like sides of mountains and shit. And it's like, apparently it takes you, I don't know the name of it, but in China, like, apparently it takes you to where one emperor battled a Taoist monk for the mountain. He battled him in chess at the top of this mountain, and the emperor lost. So he had to give up the mountain to the monks.
Like a game of chess?
A game of chess at the top of the mountain. They met and played. It was just an intellectual thing.
Oh, wow.
And he lost the mountain. So the emperor had to take that hike. Like, yo, this is my mountain, my man. It looks fucking sick, yo. But I am nervous about traveling. Yo. Have you been like out of the country?
No, ever since I came to this country, I haven't been out yet.
Yeah, I haven't been out either, man.
Yeah.
Like, I feel fucking. I've been lucky to go to like every state, like almost not every state, but almost every state. I've chilled in almost every part of America, like and really chilled there, you know. But I want to visit like, I would love to go to like China, but visit America Town.
Yeah. Well, what I've been hearing is there's a lot of Chinese, when you go China, Korea, or Japan. There's a lot of people there that speak English.
Yeah. English is like, that's the one cool thing. So many people know that shit throughout the world.
Yeah.
You go to fucking a European country and they just know it. Like, not for nothing. We're number one, B. Like, like, sorry, but even though we're not the number one in anything, we still number one because we don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Because we're cocky.
And that's how the rest of the world looks at us.
Yeah, like these cocky fucks.
These
They're not number one in anything. It's true though. We're just pompous, super pompous.
Yeah.
Fucking. So what's the future like looking like, man? What you up to the next few months, year? So what's the next goals?
It's I've always said just have one goal, and it's just working towards, being that iconic entertainer of our time, and changing the way that Asians get looked at in this industry.
Yeah.
I wanna change that. I want to be that first Asian that is that main role of a non-karate movie.
Yeah,
you know
right.
What I mean? And
that's
it's
that hasn't happened yet, right?
not yet, man. But like I said, man, we got the whole K-pop and all that shit, and
It's
there's
coming.
Asian wave, man. They're just waiting for that They're just waiting for me. They're waiting for Shodome to show his face, or for them to see me, and then it's gonna be all uphill after that.
Yeah, fucking that sounds great, man.
Yeah.
I'll be here with you, fucking working on the journey, man.
Oh man, you'll be with me, right beside me, man.
Trying to come up in this game, fucking
Yeah.
telling jokes.
One of us make it, man. One of us make it. We have the connections to make everybody make it. You know what I mean?
That's like the
it's all
biggest
that.
thing right there, man.
All that, yeah.
Fucking, I wanna ask everybody that comes on this thing one thing,
Yeah.
like one thing specifically, and when do you find yourself most at peace?
When I'm with my daughter, it's just very very natural, very soothing, and I love that little girl, man. I feel like that's the only person, and it's crazy. She's only 9 years old, but that's the only person that really truly gets me.
Yeah.
Because she's a piece of me.
Yeah.
So like it puts me in pure comfort.
And just at ease, right?
Yeah, just at ease, and when I'm able to do things and provide things that we can be together, and it's gonna be a great thing, man.
Dude, that's love right there.
Yeah.
I think we'll end it right there, man.
Hey, man, thank you for having me, Mario.
Of course, man. I wanted to do this. I'll have you on again shortly.
Of course.
Every 20 or so, like, come through.
Hey, I'm here, man. Like, I just want to say this is like, Mario was one of the first creative people that I got to link up with when I first got to New York.
Yeah, it happened natural as fuck. Like,
yeah, it was actually crazy. Okay, so let me tell the story.
Yeah, no, let's do it.
Like, a mutual acquaintance contacted me because he had seen one of my videos, and he was like, "Oh, let's film. I know this guy that wants to film." So I'm like, "All right, let's link up." And then when I linked up with him, he was kind of like, tell me his ideas. I'm like, that shit kind of whack, but all right, let's meet your friend.
Yeah.
And we came out here and meet you, and instantly I felt like that creative chemistry.
Yeah, we wanted to. We wanted to create the same type of projects, or
like we both understood the same type of comedy. Like we were both in that same type of realm of making this certain type of comedy, and after that, we just started filming. I think we filmed.
We actually filmed. That's a funny part of it too, because we filmed a lot at one point.
Yeah.
And then like that whole shit with like meeting the editor finally.
Yeah.
Like that was such a fucking. I don't know why to this day that happened. I feel like so we can come together now and like do the projects way better than ever. Because now we're a little more established. We know what we're doing more. We've been working in the field a little more. But like that was such a funny time because we had worked like that whole summer.
Yeah.
It was like what 4 months straight. We were just doing shit.
Yeah, we was filming, man.
And then like
creating.
Then when we finally got an editor to come fuck with us, we took it to the studio. And as soon as I fucking
fucking dumbass, I knock over the
hard drive.
The hard drive accidentally, but it killed all our material, man, because of my dumbass.
Yeah, that was like a moment. I mean, I look back at it now because it didn't really halt what we were doing anyway. I mean, like I feel like it would have put us a little further, but not really, because I think now we would do it so much better.
Yeah, of course.
Like now, any of like, that's how I'm looking at it, a positive way. It was rough to lose that.
Yeah,
because it was just as soon as we
I felt like a fucking dickhead.
It was like we were struggling finding an editor because I didn't have a correct PC at the time to work on that, you know.
Yeah.
So it was like, yo, we need somebody. We're gonna pay somebody. Let's get somebody to fuck with us. We find a dude that got a whole studio and shit, and he's ready to rock and roll and look at the ideas. After we met, what was funny is that we met him, and then we kind of talked beforehand to see if we got along and shit.
Yeah.
And then we're just getting along well. Like
right when you was about to plug it in and show him, my dumb ass knock it over.
It was like, that's a sketch right there. That was a live fucking sketch. As soon as I plugged it in, you just walked back in and then just didn't notice. I know it was an innocent thing, but it's just so funny that it happened that way.
And, you know, like when I first met you, that was like, 3 years ago, and we was both brand new. You was brand new at the comedy.
Yeah, I was just starting, I was still doing open mics only, and like did I do a show? Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think you was doing. Was you doing open mics?
Yeah, I was doing open mics pretty heavy already.
Before you met me.
Yeah, that's like I met you but I think it was maybe like, because I met you like in June or July that year.
Yeah, it was the summertime. Yeah.
Yeah, so I had started that January on open mics.
It was 2015.
Yeah. Yeah. So and then I waited to that like November. So January to like November or December, I did my first show. Yeah. And it was like
we was both just starting our careers, man.
Yeah.
And now like after 3 years, you're hosting shows, you're getting paid.
Yeah, well,
to perform.
I've only gotten paid at a couple spots.
It still doesn't matter. Like in
I wish I get paid
stand-up comedians, you have to, like when you're starting off, you have to pay, right? You have to pay to perform.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
So like to be able to
I only made a combined like maybe from like 3 shows.
It don't matter though.
It's not a lot.
You got fucking paid.
Yeah.
Like
I'm still in the negative.
A comedian that I work with at Batsu. He said he'd been doing comedy for 10 years and now he's finally just getting paid. So he's happy. You know what I mean? So, man, you're getting paid. You how far you came in the last 3 years. And, I couldn't even call myself an actor or nothing.
Yeah.
And now I can call myself an actor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
now I feel like, what's funny? You brought that up, but I feel like now I just recently added like comic and shit to my Facebook and Instagram. I never used to have it on because I was just like, I felt like I had to earn it, and I still and this isn't me, like I don't think I earned it at all yet too. Like I think I still need more years. Like I want to put the real time into this game.
I think you've earned it to call yourself a comedian.
I don't know. I got a lot of work to do.
You have a lot of work to. I mean, the work is gonna go into becoming a successful comedian.
Yeah,
you're a comedian, but now you're going to the next level to be a successful comedian.
That is the work right there.
So,
that is it.
You definitely call yourself a comedian, man.
It's been an interesting journey so far,
Yeah.
I want to know. This is like a moment where you like, all right, we recorded this now in 2018 and shit at the beginning. Let's see where we are, like 2022 or 2025 and shit.
Oh man, it's just gonna be exciting moments, man. Because every year gets better.
Yeah,
right?
You put in the work, and shit just comes out of it.
That's another thing, man. If you really want to dream, you first must have to believe truly with no expectations of you are going to be that. You have to already see yourself. You have to have it. First off, you have to have a great imagination.
Yeah.
You need to imagine yourself already in those spots of where you want to be. And you need to train your brain and keep on thinking about that every day. Or take a little bit of time out each day, but each day as it goes on, you're going to be thinking about it more and more and more, and then it's going to come second nature. And once it starts coming second nature, then you're programming your brain into putting yourself on this path of what you want.
Yeah, you're making it real.
Yeah, you're programming. So that's, for all the people out there that think that, oh, I want to act, or, oh, I want to be a NASCAR driver, but I got to do this and this and this and this. Don't think about all them steps. Think about the first step.
Doing it.
Get the first step and then go on to the next one. Because if you think about all them steps, you're just going to get overwhelmed, and you're not going to even have the ambition to really go for it, because you're just going to be like, wow, how the fuck can I do this?
Yep.
You know what I mean?
They say 50% of it is doing it.
Yeah. And stay positive and stay humble. Stay
Always
positive and stay humble. Those are the main things. You start getting a big head, or you start getting negative, that's just going to make you crash, bro.
Dude, I think that's the moral of this sit down. Stay humble. And that was our fucking TED Talk right there. Yeah. Thank you for doing this shit, dude.
Oh, man. Thank you for having me, brother.
I appreciate it, dude.
I look for tellable stories that are physically tellable, and from a plot point of view, that which is at least pliable. You know what I mean,
Yes,
don't you?
yes, The question, really, I guess I'm trying to get at is,